May the words of my mouth and the meditations of all our hearts be always acceptable in your sight, O Lord, our strength and our Redeemer. Amen. When life gets difficult, when we find ourselves lost, confused, afraid, when the changes of life are not the changes we desire or think we deserve, we tend to run away. We tend to run and we try to go back to the way it was before, to something safe, something familiar. Often in the process, we revert to old patterns of behavior and thinking. Even when we know better and do not want to go backwards, it seems easier than moving forward. Peter and 6 others have returned to the sea. They have left Jerusalem and come home to the Sea of Tiberias, the place where it all began. Discipleship, the upper room, the cross, the empty tomb, the house with its locked doors are some 80 miles away to the south. And Peter decides to go fishing. He knows how to do that. And it's familiar, it's comfortable. Perhaps it takes him back to life before Jesus. The others, they are quick to join him. My hunch is that Peter is not really trying to catch fish as much as he is fishing for answers. You see, we can leave the places and even the people of our lives behind, but we can never really escape ourselves or our own life. Wherever you go, there you are. Peter may have left Jerusalem, but he cannot get away from 3 years of discipleship, cannot get away from the Last Supper, the arrest. He cannot get away from the denials and that crowing rooster. He cannot leave behind the cross, the empty tomb, the house with its doors locked tight, and echoes of that voice saying, "Peace be with you." So he fishes. Peter fishes for answers. What have I done? What were those 3 years about? Just who was Jesus? Where is he? Who am I? What will I do now? Where will I go? What will happen to me? Peter is fishing in the dark of night, searching for meaning, searching for a way forward in life. I suspect we have all spent time fishing in the dark of night, asking the same questions as Peter, looking for our place in life, seeking peace, seeking some sense of understanding and meaning. More often than not, fishing in the dark of night happens in the context of the failures, the losses, the deep sorrows of our lives. It happens when we come face to face with the things we have done and with the things we have left undone. I do imagine we have all been there, fishing for answers in the deep darkness. Then Jesus says, "Children, you have no fish, have you?" This is more a statement of fact, really, than a question. Jesus is not asking for a fishing report. No, he's commenting, I believe, on the emptiness of Peter's and the other disciples' lives. Peter is living in the pain and the past of Good Friday. He's fishing on the Good Friday side of the boat, and the net is empty. No fish, no answers, no discernible way forward. The nets of this dark night fishing contain nothing to feed or nourish his life. Cast your net to the right side of the boat, Jesus says, the resurrection side of the boat. It is a Passover. Jesus called them, Jesus calls us to move out of error into truth, out of sin into righteousness, out of death into life. In so doing, we see and join with the disciples in proclaiming that, yes, it is the Lord. And emptiness then gives way to the abundance of a net full of fish, large ones, 153 of them. In the darkness dawns a new day with new light by which we can see. A new charcoal fire kindles hospitality in place of the cold ashes of rejection. Confessions of love overcome denials of fear. And the Last Supper, it becomes the first breakfast. It is the Lord. Dark night fishing is over. We are now in Eastertide, yet we know that Good Friday is real. We know that pain, death, sin, they are each a reality of life. But we proclaim in the midst of that the greater and final reality is Easter resurrection. Follow me, says Jesus, and live. Live as resurrected people. Follow me and fish in a different place. Follow me. Follow me. Those words are an invitation to examine where we have cast our nets, where we have been fishing. On which side of the boat do we fish? On which side of the cross do we live? Good Friday or Easter's resurrection?